friends, and welcome to the Paparazzi Stars podcast. Here, we chat about all things paparazzi. Tips, tricks, suggestions, and weekly challenges, all to help you grow and explode your Paparazzi Accessories business to rockstar success. Hello, my friends, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Paparazzi Stars podcast. My name is Anya Bohm, and I am your show host. Today, the title of the podcast is Reinvest for Success. Are you wanting to build your inventory or just grow your business super fast? Today, we're talking about my tips for growing your inventory and your business. Before we get into that though, if you're busy taking care of the kids, maybe you're driving around, maybe you just don't want to take notes, it's all good. I've got you covered. Head on over to paparockstars.com/reinvest. There you will find the show notes, a call image, which we will talk about in just 1 minute, and the challenge. On top of that, there are other episodes that you can also listen to, and I have about 200, maybe a little bit more, images all there just for you. Now, you can use these images in your parties, you can use them in your social media. They're all there just for you. So head on over and check them out. The address to today's show notes is paparockstars.com/reinvest. Now that is rockstars with an S on it. So check that out. The call image for today that I was just teasing you with, it's a really cute one. And this one's a nice inspirational one. So you can text it to your team. You can use it in your team groups or pages. You can just post it on your Facebook wall. We all need a little bit of uplift every now and again. It says, the best investment you will ever make is an investment in yourself. Ooh, doesn't it just give you chills? So head on over there, snag that. You're welcome to use it. Okay, let's jump into today's training. What does it mean to reinvest in your business? And how much should you reinvest and for how long? Now, these are all really great questions. Let's talk about them. First, we're going to talk about what investing is. Now, when you start your Paparazzi Accessories business, you invest in your starter kit. You purchase your jewelry, your display items, and your supplies that you're going to use to sell jewelry to your friends and family. You're choosing to buy something that will give you a bigger, better return in the long run. Now, reinvesting is when you take some or all of the money you get from selling that jewelry from the initial investment and you put it back into your business to grow or improve it. It's investing again. The person that taught me this really well is Robin Frank. When she first joined Paparazzi, she put about $3,000 initial investment on her son-in-law's credit card. Can you believe it? That'd be so hard for me. I know she really struggled with that too. Then for the first few months, they took everything they made, with the exception of the minimum payments on that credit card, and they poured everything back into their business. They bulked up how many pieces of jewelry they had and expanded their inventory, the parties that they could have, the events that they did, and their customer base. They didn't keep anything for themselves until several months later, which was Christmas. And that month, they earned enough to pay for their car payment, their house payment, all of their utilities, and Christmas. Now, could they have taken things a little more slowly and built up their inventory and their business a little bit at a time? Sure, they could have, but they might not have had the massive success that they did. When they reinvested in their business, they had more jewelry so they could do more parties or events. They even double booked themselves so that Brittany did one event while Robin was doing one at the same time with somebody else. Do you have enough inventory that you would be able to do that? So let's say you started out with maybe the 200 piece of jewelry that come in our large home party kit. At the first event that you did, you sold 85 pieces. Now that leaves you with 115 pieces of jewelry. So now let's pretend that you have a party a few days later. You still have 115 pieces of jewelry to sell. But if you only had a couple of pieces in one of the smaller party kits, you wouldn't be able to do that second party right away because you wouldn't be able to get the jewelry in time. You could only do the one first party, and then you'd have to wait. So your success isn't going to happen as fast. If you had the 200 piece kit and you sold the 85, you're only left with the 115. You could still probably squeeze in another party before you have to reorder. It makes it so that you're able to do a little bit more, a lot more quickly. If you could do 2 or 3 parties between when you have to order, or just a whole lot of parties really close together, you'd be able to bulk up your business a lot faster. Now, I know a consultant who joined Paparazzi and she found some really great success. But whenever she sells her jewelry, she keeps all the money that she just made, puts it into her pocket, and then she spends it. She doesn't even replace the pieces that she sold. So then when she wants to do another party or event, she has to scrape together some more money to be able to buy more jewelry. Now, I'm not saying that you can't do that, because there are some times when paparazzi can support you and your business. That's why we do what we do, right? So that you can make money doing paparazzi. But if you're not reinvesting, then you're going to have to invest again. At the very least, you should be replacing the pieces of jewelry that you sell at your parties and events to your friends, family, and customers. Now that means if you sell 22 pieces of jewelry, you buy 22 more pieces of jewelry, and then you keep the rest of the money. When I very first started Paparazzi, I didn't hold anything out for myself for several months. And then I saved a little bit at a time, and I saved $1,000 to give my husband for a gun. It's kind of an agreement we had when I decided to join Paparazzi. I built my inventory very quickly and was able to start doing more parties and larger events because I had enough jewelry to sell to make back my booth rent, and then some good money on top of it too. It was difficult to do. It was difficult to pour everything back into my business. But you know what? Most things are not easy. They are difficult. Right now, I have about 2,200 pieces. Plus, I say plus because that was at last count. That was over 6 months ago. So I'm not entirely sure. But I don't have to reinvest nearly as much as I did the first time. I'm very careful to keep my inventory at the same level, and to try and only keep the $225 per piece profit from each piece that I sell. So I am sure to reinvest and keep the number of pieces where it needs to be. Now, you don't have to keep 2,200 pieces on hand like I do. That is just the place where I'm comfortable. Some consultants, they have 600 to 700 pieces and they like that number. And other consultants have about 10,000 pieces, and that is where they're comfortable. So find the place where you feel comfortable and then just replace the pieces that you sell. You won't have to invest or reinvest anymore. You'll just have to maintain. Now, remember that this is a business and you have to treat it like one. Trust me, it's easier to reinvest or maintain your business than it is constantly trying to scrape together money to buy more jewelry because you splurged and spent everything you made on something not related to your business. A little control now will save you a bunch of headaches later on. Now it's time for the call challenge. Are you ready for this? This week, I challenge you to invest in yourself. It's not quite what we talked about today, but you'll be amazed that when you take a step back from your business and invest in yourself, that you're able to go 100 more miles a little bit quicker. Now, there's actually a call on that, so be sure and check that one out. But the challenge for this week is to invest in yourself. Pick something that you can do to make yourself happy and do it for 10 minutes, whether it's taking a bath, reading a book, or reconnecting with a loved one. Now, once you've done that, I want you to choose what you're going to do to reinvest in your business. How many pieces do you think will make you feel comfortable? Set a goal around how many pieces you want to have and when you want to have them by. Now go and do it. Start booking those parties, start booking those events, and reinvest that money in your business to make it grow and explode. That's all I have for you today. Are you sad? It's okay. You can be sad a little bit, but I will be coming out with another episode really soon. So be sure and check it out. You can subscribe to the podcast on iTunes or on Stitcher, or you can just come on over to the website and check it out. We also have a Facebook page where I am posting super awesome images. I post when the episodes come out, as well as other little tidbits and things that come along during the week between when we chat. So head on over to Facebook and check that out. It is the Papa Rockstars podcast, and it is a fan page. So go ahead and click the like button on that. Until next week, get out there, have a great time, and rock your business. We'll catch you next time. Love you. Bye-bye.